Hey everyone, Harvey and Sarah here from the Penner team. We're just on our way to a networking event, and we thought we would give you a little bit more of an insight about our team, about who we are, what we stand for, and so we're just gonna have a conversation while we go to this event. I do apologize if it's gonna be a little choppy. We are driving, so I might go in and out of the screen, as you can tell. So we have a few questions that we're going to be asking and talking about. And so the first question that we have, which Sarah will answer first, is what are our team core values and how do they guide our work? So Sarah, you're up first.
All right. I think we have honestly a laundry list of what our core values are. But one of the biggest ones that is really important to us is just transparency and honest communication. We are here for our clients to best serve them and to put their best interest first. And that comes with making sure that we're truly transparent about the whole process. We want to make sure our clients are educated and are fully aware of the process of purchasing a house.
I think for me, I would have to say that honesty is one of the biggest things. When times are easy, when times are tough, if you have good news or bad news, you have to tell people the truth, because if they're not going to get the truth, if it's going to be something they want to hear, they won't be able to make a decision that's going to be in their best interest. And ultimately, our core value is to really serve the clients that we have and give them, the tools and all the knowledge that we can possibly give them so that they can make a good decision, because it's a huge purchase. And so honesty is so key. Communication, I'm very, very keen on communication. All the roles that I've been in have taught me that if you don't communicate well, you're going to cause a lot of stress, you're going to cause a lot of issues. And so communication, I over communicate because I just feel it's better to over communicate than to under communicate. And so communication is huge for us. Another value that we have is because we're at this stage in our life, and families are super, super important to us. We've both been in positions where we needed to be flexible with our jobs, and so that has transferred over to this as well, because how can you, again, if you're dealing with families, they will need you to be flexible. And so we have a family ourselves, and so that's one of the big things that we want to bring to the table, which is being able to be flexible for the families that need it. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
I think those are our biggest core values. Like I said, I'm sure we could keep spitting out different values that we have, but really that's the heart and vision of our business.
Fantastic. Let's go to the next question then, and we'll start with you again, Sarah. What inspired you to start this venture?
I guess it was kind of a step-by-step process. It's a little bit of a unique story. So a few years back, I had the opportunity to get into real estate, and so it was actually with Harvey's mom. I was in a career that I didn't necessarily see that was going to be very long term. I was in social services for 5 years, and I left on a really good note, but it was seeing everyone burn out around me, and just kind of see how systems were changing. I just didn't see it for the forever career. And so at that point, it's just like, why not take an opportunity? And from there has stemmed, us starting a business together, and I'll let Harvey share his story. But we, just coming from a social services background, it's the main point is to help people, and I guess being able to apply that value and that skill into real estate is one of the reasons why I got into this.
I think my story is somewhat similar, but also very different at the same time. When I say similar, it's because of the values that were important to Sarah. So I myself was in healthcare for 10 plus years, and I found myself getting more and more frustrated with just with the way things were going. And on top of that, we ended up having our little boy, who is now a year and 1 month. And honestly, he changed everything. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we were at. We wouldn't have the courage to do what we are doing. And so having him, having been in the situation that I was in, I wanted more than just being, working in a like 12-hour shift job kind of situation. And so I tried to also go into management in healthcare, and it just ended up not being for me. And so having this little boy really made us then want to be able to be both involved with him. And so going into this career is basically allows us to be more flexible, allows us to be at home at times of the day and still be involved with Caleb. Obviously it brings with it other hours, later hours, but we are very flexible, and so this has worked so far for us as well, and we really want to do that. But the ultimate goal again is to create a good work-life balance, or life-work balance, and really being able to be there for Caleb, our little boy, and have a family life. And I mean, Sarah and I, we get along so well. We're such a great team that it wasn't ever a worry to go into business with her. It comes with its challenges, there's no question about that, but in the end of the day, it's like it's an honestly a pleasure to be in business with her, and we work so well together. So that would be that for that question, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add, Sarah.
No.
Okay, I'm just pulling up the next question. What are some fun facts about each team member? So we're actually going to do this a little bit different. We're going to get Sarah to speak about some fun facts about me, and then it's going to be me stating some fun facts about her. So Sarah, you're first.
Oh, I get the first one again. So fun facts about Harvey. He is actually from South America, and I think you speak 3 or 4 languages?
4 at least.
4 at least. So very cool trait. I think one of the funniest moments was being in Mexico, and I think we were just ordering some coffees, and Harvey was speaking Spanish, and this one random guy came up to me. He's just like, he's speaking Spanish, and I was like, yeah, no, he knows how to speak Spanish. He's like, but he's very Canadian. I was like, well, actually, that's not necessarily the case. But
I thought the word that he said was very white.
Yeah, I was gonna not say that, but yeah, no, he said it was very white. It was just really funny. So very, very great skills to have, and something probably not expected.
Well, if I would have to say something about Sarah, one thing you need to know about Sarah is she's very determined, and so she's very much into fitness. So you're going to see her at the gym oftentimes. If there's going to be posts, oftentimes will be from the gym as well. So that is one thing that is unique about her. The other thing also, she actually has some Irish, right? Scottish.
Yep.
Scottish blood in her, so she's got maybe some feistiness in there, but
Comes on the territory.
I am not wearing a kilt, by the way, so just so we know that. What else? She was in social services, which I think we did mention before, and actually she lived in Australia for 2.5 years, and this was after high school, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So she actually is partly Aussie as well. So she's Canadian, she is Scottish, and I think by just being in Australia and wanting to be there more, she is also an Australian. And she was spent about a month in the Amazon, correct?
Yeah. So amazing. So many cool stories there. It was absolutely loved it.
So some fun facts about her. I'm sure you probably didn't know about that. And last question that we're going to do is, how do you envision your business impacting your community? Sarah, you first.
I mean, ultimately, one of the values that we really want to apply is being able to give back to our community and get involved in our community. And thankfully, in this industry, it allows us the flexibility to get involved. And so really, I think that's something we really highly value. We want to be in our community, and we want to volunteer and help out wherever we can.
I think just to piggyback on that, because that's exactly what I would be talking about as well, is that for us, one of the things that is so important to us is serving. Serving in our business, serving in our personal life, in our private time, giving back to the people, giving back to the community, and helping people. It comes down to really helping. That's why we both were in the fields that we were in, but we want to transfer that over into this field as well. And so when we talk about, giving back to the community, we're starting to incorporate this into our business, and we want this to be part of our business, where we highlight businesses around us, where we, shine the light on them, and that they can get more business. We love to collaborate, but ultimately what it comes down to is we want to give back. We want our business to be one where it's not just about us, it's about us and our community. So that is a huge part of our business, as a huge part of who we are, and we're going to be continuing to incorporate that. And if you haven't noticed yet, we are doing a monthly business spotlight where we're highlighting different local businesses so that you can, first of all, know which ones they are. Maybe you haven't heard of them, and the other thing is also so that you can support them more as well. So that would be all the questions that we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this gave you a bit of more of an insight into who we are and what's important to us. And if you ever have any questions about absolutely anything, again, we want to serve in any way that we can. Obviously, if you have questions about real estate that we can help out with, please ask us, call us. Like, honestly, there's no strings attached to this. We want to bring value to people through what we do and through who we are. So that would be it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Have a fantastic day, as I usually say, and we'll see you next time.